In this video, we're going to talk all about quilted jackets, so let's get into it! Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from ElizabethMadeThis.com, and today we're going to talk about my quilted jacket that I made. This is my last big project that I did for 2017, and I made it for that Sewing Blab and the So You Think You Can Sew competition, and I won, which was amazing. I'm not going to get too much into the details of my jacket. I wrote a blog post on my blog, ElizabethMadeThis.com. I'll leave the link for that particular post about this coat. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys how you could how I went through the quilting process. And to do that, we're going to put together this little hooded vest that I made for my daughter from the leftover fabric. There's lots of hooded vest patterns out there, so the process for going through this jacket, this little tiny jacket, is going to be the same process as it would be for a lot of other patterns that are out there. Some of them might have a hood, some of them might, or if you want to do a quilted jacket like mine is, the process is going to be the same. So even though I'm not doing the specific pattern that you might have in mind, the steps that we're going to walk through in these next several videos is going to work for your vest. So there's lots of different choices besides the one. I used a Berta style pattern, and I just kind of I picked a jacket that was really unstructured, which is a really excellent choice for a quilted garment. You've got lots of layers, so if you have something that's too fitted, you're gonna be a little stuffed sausage inside of your quilted jacket. So it's better to pick something that's got a lot more wearing ease. That once you start adding those extra layers on there, it's gonna be just fine. But I did look up some patterns for you guys if you're interested in just kind of in looking for quilted vest or quilted jacket patterns out there. So there's McCalls 7549. That's a nice quilted jacket. Actually, Brittany Jones did a really great tutorial about, she's walking you through the construction, not the actual quilting. So this series here on my channel is going to walk you through the quilting process as well as the construction. So hers is just like, let's put the thing together, which is really good. She does a really beautiful job of that. Okay, and also there's Simplicity 8298. I think that's a nice quilted coat, and Kwik Sew 4015. And then there's the Tamarack jacket by Grainline Patterns, which is really popular right now. I've seen several versions popping up on Instagram. They'll got a really cool look to it. And then for vests, there's the Dropje, I'm not sure how you say that, Dropje vest from Waffle Patterns, and that one's got a hood. It's actually like really similar to my daughter's jacket. My daughter's jacket is an Ottobre one. It's Ottobre 4 2017 3 or something like that. I'll put the specific pattern number down in the description box. And then there's also McCalls 7695, which is a polymer plush vest too. That one also looks really nice. That one doesn't have a hood, but those are just some ideas to get you going towards this quilted garment. So this video, I'm going to show you how we're going to put together the quilt sandwich to get you going on this whole process of quilting your hooded vest or your jacket. We're gonna quilt. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do an abbreviated version of my coat. So I am just I'm using my leftover fabric from my coat, and I am gonna make just a small little vest for my daughter. So I have my assembly here of my pieces. So this insulation fabric is Thinsulate. So Thinsulate is it's this really lightweight insulation fabric, and it's a batting. It's a batting, so it's got all these layers and stuff, but it's thinner than a lot of the quilt battings out there, and it actually is a lot warmer. So you'll see this used in a lot of
gloves that you can buy at like REI or, you know, other outdoor places. But it's again, it's super lightweight, but very, very warm, especially for the how thick it is. And this is I'm using the 105 gram weight. And when I tested this outside, I was really comfortable down to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit in that. So I think if you wanted a warmer jacket, I would go with one of the heavier weight ones. Like I think there's like 157 gram weight, and that is like per meter of fabric. And then a 210 gram, and that would be like super, super warm. But anyway, so I have my pattern pieces cut out only of the top fabric, and then I have a layer of the Thinsulate underneath that, and then I have my backing fabric, and for that I'm using this just cotton quilting fabric from Michael Miller, and today I'm holding them together with watered down white craft glue. And I'm using that because for my jacket, I use this Spray and Bond temporary basting adhesive, and I noticed that even though it doesn't have any kind of smell to it, like spray glues would that you use for upholstery, I noticed that I got kind of lightheaded using it. So I did not want to have that on a jacket for my daughter. And also, you know, if you can keep chemicals out of your sewing room, this is a good practice. I will say that this stuff is awesome. All you do is you shake it up like you would a spray paint, and then just lift up your fabric and just give it a quick spritz, and it holds down. It doesn't move at all when you sew it. It works really well. And the white glue is definitely a little bit stiffer, but it's okay. And again, I'm willing to trade less chemicals in my household for a little bit more of a challenge to work with, under the machine. But still, even with the watered down glue, it's still way easier than trying to pin this or trying to, hand baste through all of these layers of fabric. So I've got my one last piece that I haven't glued yet. So my one piece that I haven't glued yet, and you can see it. So I already glued the top fabric to the Thinsulate, and I'm just gonna lift up. I guess I did glue this. I'm just gonna glue this up, and you can see that I actually had to piece some of this, and I did that because I just had leftover scraps of my Thinsulate, and Thinsulate is not a product that I can buy locally. So I had to, when I bought everything for my coat, I had to order it. I had to order it online, and I'll leave a link for where I bought that online. And so I'm just using scraps here, and I just ran a zigzag stitch to just piece some of the things for my hood. It's not gonna make much of a difference in the overall finish. So if you end up having to, use some kind of batting where you have to piece it, don't even worry about it. So I'm gonna take my spray glue, and again, feel free to use this stuff. It's awesome, but maybe like air it out for a day after you've sprayed it, and probably using it outside is better. So this is maybe like half and half water and just a white glue in just a plain old spray bottle, and I'm gonna spray just the Thinsulate, and just kind of wash it over with my hands and just adhere it to that. And I think this side is already pretty glued pretty well. And just add a little bit more glue there. And just go like that. And I'm just going to set this aside to dry. I guess I need a little bit more on that.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with your friends. That would be awesome to have other people watching this and getting on board with making their own quilted garments. Thanks for watching. Happy sewing.